Greetings from Clover Field in Lexington, Kentucky. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Jaguars offense will have first crack at this one. And here comes the junior running back. They want him to take care of the ball, do the dirty work, be good in pass pro, and make plays when he has a chance.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watching this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
They kick it away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And we get a look at Kenny Menchie, formerly of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They're putting the fortunes of this offense into his hands. Got it behind the line. It's Anderson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Handoff, Baxter running left. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Rodriguez. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Wants to bring it back. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Looking for a man. It's Davenport. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. A strike downfield. Makes the grab in their space. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Lets it fly. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Jaguars will bring the punt team onto the field. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Grabbed behind the line. It's Baxter.
And when it comes to screen passes, you're just trying to mix them in different situations. And I like it here. First play of the drive on offense, and you're dropping back to pass. You're letting the pass rush get upfield, seeing if you can just get one into the hands of your back, get some blockers downfield. You don't obviously pick up an explosive play, but you get some good yards on that, and you give the opposing defense now something else to think about. You've got these screens in your back pocket, and you're going to use them.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. This time he wants to throw, using the back as a receiver on the screen. Knocked off his feet. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Under fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Handoff for Baxter. Tripped up for the tackle. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Wiggles free. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's got it out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. On the snap, it's Baxter. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll pull it on the read. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option, the normal way, with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. The run inside. It's Phillips. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. The Jaguars come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Davenport. Caught in the backfield, it's Phillips. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The play-action fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Running inside, it's Phillips. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's complete to the left. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jenkins. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Already 2 for 2 on third down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They boot it away on 4th down. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Release to the back. Got a man. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Wildcats are in the hurry-up.
Nice job there by the running back working the middle of the field in the passing game. I think oftentimes when defenders see these running backs coming out of the backfield, they're just anticipating a swing route or a flat route, something to the perimeter. That time, he put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face and found himself in the middle of the field.
Tight end now in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. The Wildcats are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. At the 35, he's open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Caught in the backfield. It's Rodriguez. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Patterson. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Defense coming up with a huge stop, perhaps to force a field goal that would make it a 2-possession game. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. still looking. Did the work himself. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Woods. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Firing to the right, complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Jaguars will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying play action. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Now on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Pocket breaking down. And they got it.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game. Trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there. Being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Davenport. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Hands it off on the counter. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Right back to it. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for. Fires toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Oh, he's got some space. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's Northwestern with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Kroger Field. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
The Jaguars will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To the air on second down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. So the turnover sets up their first drive of this second half, and they'll have an opportunity to take the lead. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Davenport. He's got it. Turning it on. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The Jaguars are threatening in the red zone. Trying to run, it's Phillips. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback keep. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to get the first through the air. Touchdown, South Alabama! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here comes the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Nice job to get it past the sticks and then get him down at the 35. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Got him downfield. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Now the play fake. Rushes on him. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it down the field. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Running the red zone, it's Baxter. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And a lapse in concentration will back them up 5, but still a 1st and goal. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Pressure coming. Got it. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they add 6 more to the board, trip for the house. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. Back to pass, it's Davenport. Fires quickly. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Tight end now in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Hunter. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Running back searching for a hole. Can't get him to the ground. Finding some room. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Line getting set on second down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's knocked down. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Back to throw. It's Davenport. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Great anticipation by the defense here. This offense has shown in recent games, 3rd and 1 short yardage situations, they'll try to fool you. They'll try to throw the football. Defense not caught off guard. They dial up the blitz. They get the sack.
And the Jaguars will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Sweet cut there. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with the sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Pulls it on the option. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. The run inside. It's Phillips. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Fires to the tight end. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Looking for a gap. It's Phillips. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. The run from the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Davenport. Under fire. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. The the Jaguars send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. They'll send the tight end in motion. Baxter again. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bauer. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Hand off for Baxter. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. On first down, it's Baxter again. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. Finds his tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. To throw, it's Davenport. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Finds his big tight end. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Here's a heat.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He's stopped short, and they'll turn it over. What a huge stand by this defense. Keeps it on first down. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Running inside, it's Baxter. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. C.J. Baxter one more time. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Bad offense, good defense, no scoring. That's pretty much what we had in this one as they come up short in a bit of a slogfest.
Yeah, and most of the time in college football, it's the opposite, right? You don't defense optional. Offense scores so many points. This one, back and forth. Offense is struggling, trying to make plays. Defense has put on a great effort.
A lot of issues for this offense in this game today, obviously, and I think the coaching staff now really needs to take a look at how they're game planning and how they're going to give their players an opportunity to have success. It may be time now to start changing some things up a little bit.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.